Other interesting cultural news, you have communists marching in Philly. And I'm not being bombastic or anything, it is literally a communist in the United States. Interesting. Well, concerning, more like it. Now this comes to us thanks to End Wokeness, and interestingly enough, this is not a DNC convention. He says, quote, hundreds marched in Philly today support an ideology responsible for 100 million deaths. True. Like about 20 seconds, 21 seconds long. Last war, 2024. I mean, fact check, the U.S. already wastes trillions of dollars, quote unquote, feeding the poor. Statistically speaking, it does help some people, but there are a lot of people who have been on benefits for like a lifetime or many. So, yeah, giving away stuff for free is also immoral, but also doesn't work long term. Some of these guys, I mean, this guy is the size of Lizzo. Interesting enough, he's wearing like tan shorts, knee-high socks, suspenders, and a polo. F- for fashion and mental health for these folks. Last war 2024. It's kind of also funny that they all look, you know, I don't want to say weak, but most of them probably, they couldn't do more than 3 push-ups on average, I would say. A lot of soy boys, a couple beer bellies. Yeah. And hilariously enough, they're talking about communism. I'm sure that they paid someone for those flags. And this went pretty well. I got 1.6 million views in 27. Let's see if we can make it 28. No, okay. It wasn't the one additional one needed for it. But it says 27,000 likes. Now, scrolling down some of the top comments. We have Sandy saying, going to be shocked when they find out that the Gulag is not a fun camp. And it looks like a picture from Babylon Bee, and it says, young communists unsettled to find that the hammer and sickle represent physical labor. Getting 331 likes. Paul Zupa also says, they either don't care about human life or they don't know what they're marching for. Getting 325 likes. Might be a little column A, a little column B, as you might say. Let's have Gunther Eagleman saying, vote for Trump or we'll get communism, getting 723 likes. Sandy says, facts. It says communism according to college students. Still like a fairy tale land. It says free bread, Gulag Fun Camp, Karl Marx for holding the peace sign. And it's juxtaposed with a picture of communism according to history. It's someone being shot and they're tied up. Getting 2.4 thousand likes, and also a friendly reminder of what happens when only the government has firearms. Spoiler alert, the most evil things in history, which is why any person with molecule intelligence, but your average American have more, the same, if not more, arms than the government. But I, of course, digress. Tim Young says this guy looks like he'd enjoy a solid bread line. It's the portly gentleman right there. And it got 2.1 thousand likes. One bad dude says these people are either paid or just plain stupid, possibly both. Yep, getting 3,000 likes. Granted, public schools are all-time low for like, I think it's a 27-year low for ACT scores. I mean, they're all-time low for pretty much every metric. I can't help but wonder, do they even teach history these days in public schools? Yes, Maria Isabella says, I can get behind this, and says, here's an idea, a reality show where socialist college students are sent to a country that closely resembles their desired political system and left to survive for a few months. That got 735 likes. Maria Isabella says, I can't even with these dropped on their head birth type commies. It says communism 100 years, 150 million dead. Got 395 likes. Machiavelli says they're all bought and paid for but for useful idiots. Says it's easy to be communist in a free country, but try being free in a communist country. Getting 1,000 likes. True. Let's see. Maria Isabel says they'll bring it here if we let them. It says fact, communism has destroyed every country has ever been tried in. Liberals got, what was it? Is it Wallace or Grumman? I always forget the old claymation cartoons. It's one of the two, but it's the gentleman, the humanoid figure from that show. It says, let's try another spot. Gained 572 likes, which, yes, they're very mentally vacuous because it literally has never worked ever and caused hundreds of millions of deaths. They keep saying, oh yeah, it's never truly been tried. Got 572 likes again. Valentina Gomez says, why don't they go to Cuba or China and Venezuela? If they don't like America, they can get the F out. 899, let's make it 900 likes. Brian the Scotty says, fight. This picture of Trump defiantly pumping his fist up after his attempted assassination, getting 499. Let's make it 500 likes. Washington Ghost also says, also, it's that same portly gentleman who suspenders are working overtime. Those are high quality, perhaps military grade new material to keep those pants up. Got 308 likes for that. Let's see. Democrat Media TM also says, because they're all, and it's a sign that says Democrats are communists, getting 1,000 likes. Let's see. Is there any contrarian comments? Because again, there are millions of Americans, well, I would call them Americans, but people who have American citizenship who do believe in communism and they vote for it. I mean, perhaps again, because they've never read a history book or met a contrarian statement, or they just are in their own little isolation bubble. But yeah, there are people who want this. I actually think we should have a foreign exchange program. They seem to really, really, really want communism. I mean, I'd actually be a fan of using U.S. tax dollars to export them to a country that has that political system ideology already in place, and they can live there. They say they want it. Why not be compassionate and let them have that experience? Ship over to China or Cuba. Yeah, they like it. Then while we're at it, why don't we import some freedom-loving Americans or people who want to become American and they want to escape communism? Fascinatingly enough, I've never heard of a single person escaping to Cuba or China or any other communist place. Venezuela. Have you ever heard anyone who escaped to those countries? No, never. Of course not. Come to America, land of capitalism, or if you work like hell, you will get it far in life. It's mind-boggling how mentally vacuous some people are in the United States, and I really hope they wake up soon, because again, communism is the most evil mechanism I can possibly conceive of since the dawn of time. But I mean, let me know. I mean, in your circle of friends, do you have anyone with that ideology? I mean, have they seen what really goes on? Have they seen the real life examples of how terrible it truly is? I mean, let me know in the comments. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.